Good afternoon. I'm Olajumoke or Motor Show with Global News in the news. Federal government begins review of minimum wage. Ugandan president advocates overseas travel ban for lawmakers and civil servants. Italy's most wanted mafia boss arrested.
Is the news.
Now the news. President Muhammadu Buhari is expected to depart Abuja for Nouakchott today to receive the African Award for Strengthening Peace in the Mauritanian capital on Tuesday. In a statement by presidential spokesman Femi Adesina, the award is for the president's leadership role in promoting peace on the continent. Adesina notes that the award will be presented to President Buhari by the Abu Dhabi Peace Forum, which is an assembly of leaders established in 2014 to pursue new ways to embrace inclusive citizenship, promote lasting peace. The presidential aide says Buhari will also deliver a speech on milestones and gains in the African peace process in the Third Forum program. The president will be accompanied on the trip by Minister of Foreign Affairs Geoffrey Onyema, Minister of Defense Major General Bashir Magashi, retired, National Security Advisor Major General Mohammed Muguna, retired, and Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, Ambassador Hamid Abubakar. The National Salaries, Incomes and Wages Commission says it has initiated process for the review of the national minimum wage. NSIWC's head of public affairs, Mr. Emmanuel Njoku, said this in a statement on Sunday in Abuja. Njoku said as part of the process to review the minimum wage, which will be due in 2024, the Commission had held a series of meetings and trainings towards a nationwide monitoring of the Minimum Wage Act 2019. It said a monitoring bill to begin on January 23 would help ascertain the compliance level of public and private employers and organizations. Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni has called for a ban on overseas travel by members of parliament and civil servants to save money for priority areas. He made the remarks while commissioning facilities at Uganda Petroleum Institute, Kinguba, where the country intends to train local experts in oil exploration. The president also suggested a freeze on oil allowances. Uganda hopes to start pumping millions of barrels of oil in 2025 from its vast oil reserves. The Democratic Republic of Congo government has blamed Islamic State group affiliated rebels for a bomb attack at a Pentecostal church in Kasindi in the east of the country. Officials say at least 70 people were killed and 39 wounded as the churchgoers attended Sunday worship. The Congolese military blamed the attack on the Allied Democratic Forces, ADF. The ADF is one of the most notorious active rebel groups in eastern Congo. The military says a Kenyan national has been arrested in connection with the attack. In a statement, the Congolese government expresses its deepest condolences to the bereaved families. South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa has cancelled plans to attend the World Economic Forum in Davos over the ongoing energy crisis in his country. The country is facing its biggest ever power crisis, with people experiencing rolling blackouts of up to 6 hours a day. Mr. Ramaphosa is due to lead a government delegation to the event, but he will instead hold talks with leaders of political parties and the state-run power company Eskom. Report has it that President Cyril Ramaphosa has already engaged the leadership of Eskom and National Energy Crisis Committee, and those meetings will continue. You're on to Global News from Adaba 88.9 FM Akure, transmitting from Ilaramoki. After the break, Italy's most wanted mafia boss arrested in Sicily. Join us again in the second part for detail.
The news on Adaba 88.9 FM.
glad to have you back for news updates and live streaming. Visit our website www.adaba889.fm or download Adaba FM app on Google Play Store. You can be part of us on our social media platforms www.facebook.com/Adaba FM 889 on Facebook, at Adaba 889 FM on Instagram and on Twitter, and Adaba FM TV on YouTube. You can provide us information via email newsroom@adaba889.fm. And now the rest of the bulletin. Italy's most wanted mafia boss, Matteo Messina Denaro, has been arrested in Sicily after 30 years on the run. Messina Denaro was reportedly detained in a private clinic in Sicily's capital, Palermo. He is alleged to be a boss of Sicily's notorious Cosa Nostra mafia. Italian media reported that he had been receiving treatment when he was arrested and taken to a secret location. Over 100 members of the armed forces are said to have been involved in the arrest. Messina Denaro was tried and sentenced to life in jail in absentia over numerous murders. Rescuers in Nepal have resumed searching for 4 people still missing after the Malayan nation's deadliest plane crash in 30 years. Rescuers recovered 68 bodies out of the 72 people on board the ATR-72 aircraft operated by Yeti Airlines that crashed in the tourist city of Pokhara minutes before landing on Sunday in clear weather. The plane was carrying 57 Nepalis, 5 Indians, 4 Russians, 2 South Koreans, and 1 person each from Argentina, Ireland, Australia, and France. Authorities said bodies will be handed over to families after identification and examination. An Iranian American imprisoned in Iran has started a 7-day hunger strike. Sihamak Namazi appealed to United States President Joe Biden to bring him home. Namazi made a plea in a letter to Biden on the 7th anniversary of the release of 5 U.S. citizens in a prisoner exchange with Iran. Namazi was arrested in October 2015 on charges of trying to overthrow the state, accusations Namazi denies. Russia and Belarus have started joint Air Force drills that Minsk says are defensive in nature. The move comes as concerns grow that Moscow is pushing Belarus to join the war in Ukraine. Kiev has continuously warned of possible attacks from Belarus, but the Kremlin has denied that he has been pressuring its neighbor to take a more active role in the conflict in Ukraine. Minsk has said it will not enter the war. First Deputy State Secretary of Belarusian Security Council, Pavel Boroyko, said the situation on the country's southern border with Ukraine was not very calm and that Ukraine has been provoking Belarus. And in sport, Emma Raducanu made a positive return to court after injury scare, moving into the second round of the Australian Open with a straight set win. On the opening day in Melbourne, the British number 1 won 6-3, 6-2 against Germany's Tamara Kopacz. Raducanu rolled her ankle in Auckland 11 days ago and had a beaming President Yoweri Museveni has called for a ban on overseas travel by members of parliament and civil servants. After 30 years on the run, Italy's most wanted mafia boss, Matteo Messina Denaro, has been arrested in Sicily. That's Global News as edited by Adiola Adekunle. I'm Olajumoke Omotosho saying good afternoon and thanks for listening.